I respect everybody until they earn my disrespect. All the news, all the reports, all over Facebook, even on television, if you watch the mainstream media, it seems that we are pretty much in a lawless land. I see anywhere that I go, just reports of now the Black Panthers have threatened to riot if Zimmerman is found not guilty. And they've gone so far as to say that they are not going to riot in their own neighborhoods. They will be going out to Whitey's stomping grounds, and they will be lighting Whitey's house on fire. Not a word from Holder, not a word from Obunghole, nothing. Well, what could we expect from there? Obunghole makes a law, this affordable health care. It's becoming pretty clear to everybody that I was exactly right when I said affordable was not going to be affordable at all. That it was not going to be able to solve the problems of the healthcare industry in this country that was perceived by the illegal alien Muslim mutt in our White House. But what's really bothering me is, as I said, we have a Facebook page dedicated, and the name of the Facebook group is Kill Zimmerman. This is a blatant threat on somebody's life. Facebook does nothing. I made a report myself. They refuse to take it down. What does that tell you? You really need to think about this, folks. This is stoking the flames of racism, as Obunghole did himself when he ran his mouth about how if he had a son, he would look like Trayvon. You know, it's funny how this black man constantly forgets that he's half white. But, you see, that's not going to fuel the race fire, now is it? He had to have this big beer summit when a black security guard at a college, in Obunghole's eyes, wrongly arrested a professor because the cop had a call of somebody suspicious on a porch. Turned out to be the black man's porch. He was a professor, and the cop didn't know it. He was investigating a report of a suspicious person. But Obunghole had to inject himself into that little tiny race issue. Where is he when Zimmerman deserves? Because the man has been persecuted from day one. We actually had news stations editing this man's words to make him sound racist. From the beginning, the news media have fueled this racism fire. You can't listen to Chris Matthews without him bringing up race. Not once. Anybody says anything disparaging about Obunghole at all, or the puke holder, it's all about race. And God forbid you should talk about, Janet Napolitano, the abysmal retard, setting convicted illegal alien felons onto our streets. We're in a lawless land. The Constitution doesn't matter anymore. And Obunghole has pretty much said that when he makes this Affordable Care Act horseshit. And now he has suspended it for 2 years. Well, let's look at the Constitution, as I do, and you will find that Obunghole has not got the authority to just say we're not going to follow that law. He can't do that. That is against the Constitution. He has an obligation to enforce laws, not summarily dismiss them. See, this man, and I use that word lightly, he's not a man at all. He fancies himself a king, a dictator. I've seen this since day one. And now others are starting to catch on to this, that yes, he fancies himself a king. While the subjects are all out starving, looking for work, he's on $100 million vacation. Let that sink in. $100 million for a vacation. You and I paid. Obunghole didn't pay, remember that. He's not worth $100 million. Where'd he get the money? You and I paid for that vacation. Isn't that nice? Isn't that sweet? You think this piece of shit deserves a vacation? I think he deserves a hemp rope myself. But back to the lawless nation. Now we're just summarily dismissing laws that he himself wrote, that he himself pushed and threatened and blackmailed a Supreme Court justice to get declared constitutional. See, the NSA has been very hard at work for Obunghole. Let's go into that now. More lawlessness. They are stockpiling our phone calls, our emails, our communications. That is unlawful search and seizure, because that's what they're doing. When they put it in a computer and they store it, that is seizure, and it is unconstitutional. They're not supposed to have them in the first place. Seizure is unconstitutional, even if you don't read it. But they're not supposed to look at anything that you and I talk to each other about, or anybody. They have no right to our private communications. None. Zero. Zip. And that was what the Constitution guaranteed. Our founding fathers knew that a tyrannous government would have their nose up our ass, listening to everything we say. Don't say anything against Obunghole. Old Valerie Jarrett will come after your ass. Or maybe the IRS, or maybe the NSA, or maybe the FBI, or maybe the CIA. Who the fuck knows? Homeland Security could be knocking on my door. We are in a lawless land. An illegal, alien, Muslim usurper is in our White House, trying to make laws. I, for one, am very aware that he can't do anything. Any piece of paper he signs, any of his little faggoty executive orders that he likes to sign every time we turn around, aren't a goddamn one of them worth the paper they're written on. Obunghole is not qualified to wash the toilets in the White House, never mind sit on them. People need to start looking up this fraud, and more people are becoming aware. As I see more than one news agency now are reporting on the Obunghole fraud, and it is starting to catch some air. It is going to come out. I've had faith all along for the last 5 years. 5 long years. I have been waiting for this. I have known. I have fretted. I have hated and seethed every time I see this scumbag lying fraud on my television. Can't listen to him. I mute that shit out. But I record it for posterity because I need my grandchildren to be able to recognize pure evil. So, Obunghole does nothing, absolutely nothing about this race issue. When, remember now, he dove head first in between a university cop and a professor. That warranted his attention. Just like a black basketball player coming out of the closet warrants getting on the phone to call. But the parents and the families of Benghazi victims still haven't heard a word from this puke. I'll bet Fast and Furious, I'll bet they never heard anything from Obunghole, how he's sorry. No, see, that's not his style. Obunghole has been sent here by the Muslim Brotherhood to tear this country apart from within. Doing a bang-up job, too. Especially when he's got retards in our government helping him. Why aren't Congress and Senate aware of the fact that Obunghole is an absolute, complete fraud? And why don't they see the lawlessness? Whatever happened to the 2 unconstitutional nominations or appointments that he made that had to be reversed because they were found to be unconstitutional? Nothing happened to the piece of shit. Nothing's been happening to this piece of shit. He's been able to pull this I don't know horse shit to perfection. Now what are we doing? Why are we sitting on our asses? Our founding fathers would have put this son of a bitch and dog down by now. This is absolutely insane. Our country is now officially lawless. We are a lawless nation. When the piece of shit who writes the law and then signs it into law then just disregards that law when, as I've told you, look it up, people, he does not have the right to just summarily dismiss the law. He is bound by the Constitution to enforce the law. Now, I want to know where the rest of Congress and Senate are with their copy of the Constitution to remind him. He doesn't have the right. But he's not had the right to do a lot of shit that this son of a bitch has done. What are you doing about it? You see, I do call my congressmen, I do call my senators, I do call my representatives. They know me by voice. They wouldn't know me by voice if you were calling also. If all of us called, then they would know our opinion, and they would know that we are pissed. And we're coming. We are coming. It's just a matter of time. This Trayvon horseshit may set it off, as I've predicted. Now, Zimmerman could end up not guilty, but I don't see that working into Obunghole's favor. I think he wants this racial rift. I think he wants a race, and, you know, it's probably going to include religion too, because look what he's done to the Catholic, religion, the Christian religion. Everybody but a Muslim is a piece of shit now in this country. Everybody. But if you're Muslim, boy, Obunghole is going to smooch your hiney hole for you. The Korean is now going to be taught in our schools, in New York schools. Look it up. What? What? You can't have a picture of Jesus in a school, but you're going to teach the Quran? Oh yeah, something's really wrong. We are in a lawless nation. Let's do something about it. Let's start linking arms, people. Because when you think about it, they are few, and we are many. We got to put a stop to this, ladies and gentlemen. God bless this great nation. I hope she survives. God bless each and every one of you. Good luck to us all. I think we're going to need it.